you ever considered that despite the progress in many areas of our current Earth civilizations and the relatively easy to notice improvement in many factors of daily existence, that despite all of that goodness, very little has been done insofar as promoting and assisting and encouraging us to be more resilient, more self-guided, more tolerant, more creatively engaged in things that interest us and expanding them into beautiful transformations of light and joy and celebration. Unless you're an artist, it's often very difficult to do that in many of our current jobs here on Earth. And have you ever wondered, therefore, what you might like instead to do in order to achieve that different state? Just because from birth you first were given a lot of roles to follow from your family and close friends, and then from society via schooling, it doesn't mean to say that they always have the right solutions and answers for everything. In fact, you may realize that very frequently, the more you investigate into something, and the more you delve into deeper truths, the actual best ways of dealing with reality emanate from within. We all have this very precious and very, very powerful and almost magic way of being guided via our intuition to the right solutions and the manifestations of what makes us feel better, more serene, in harmony with ourselves and others. So this godly speck that we all have can only be heard and can only be tapped into at moments of pure relaxation and serenity, because such small whispers are not very audible in the midst of the outside transforming and moving realities that, like the waves in the ocean, create highs and lows, forever perpetuating and getting worse at times and better at others, whereas inside we can find that core of consciousness that actually is quite different and grounding us and giving us hope and joy and connection. In short, it would be nice if we were to at least have a few minutes daily to reflect and wind down without immediately engaging into something concrete that we feel we must do, we have to do, we need to do, and simply be. That is why many do continuously say, especially nowadays, how important practices such as, yoga practices in breathing and especially meditation are potentially the best keys to achieve that phenomenal contact and give us the energy to also be more curious about our lives and what we're doing here in this planet at this very moment in history, and questions of that high nature. Then, if you happen to have the time and passion to get involved with knowledge searches, a whole world of different information from what comes out continuously in the media is available to all of us. And as they say proverbially, when the student is ready, the master appears. And the master basically goes back to each of us in our individual and different collective journeys through this dimension and the ones that will follow. At the moment, we are living through amazing historic times that are shaping our future. And the situation is being speeded up to the point that very, 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 very soon we will find that we need to take a conscious stand on where exactly our true soul's desire is at the very moment of our unfolding times. This is because with ongoing ecological disasters that are not going to stop nor get any better by the sounds of it, as well as due to the political unrest and economic climates that are shaking the whole world, we need to be woken up en masse and find very sincere, light-driven, energetically positive ways of transforming what is no longer working, what has been decaying, what has been pushing people into corners of obedience and robotic type reactions, by losing one's soul in a way to give this potential to faceless people, often not even properly elected by their communities, trying to enforce through their controlling power and administrative positions all of the others, who are many more in number, in ways that are actually often counterproductive, sometimes totally dehumanizing, and tragically not pro-life. All these words to invite each of us to daily leave some time for reflection and for the possibility of this little internal whisper to be heard loudly and resonate, to achieve serenity within in contact with the spirit of all that is and comprises us at the same time. When we do that, there is nothing to fear, nothing to be afraid of or be coerced into. More compassion, more kindness, more tolerance, more inclusiveness come to the fore with brilliant ideas of how to solve what seems so dismal and black and tainted, yet is there to be unveiled for a cleaner and better situation on our planet to evolve in the near future. When the point of choice comes for those who are left to witness these amazing times of waking up the majority of people still asleep, then we're ready to make that decision. Are we going to continue being influenced the way we have been, or do we choose a different better, more positive, continuously rewarding reality of synchronicities that are amazing and raising the vibrations of our spirit, of our inner being, and of our perception of who we are in this teaching realm that we call Earth, our beautiful world, our welcoming planet, undergoing massive changes and shake-ups that are affecting the collective and yet promise such wonderful future momentum to really change everything in the best possible ways for everyone concerned, to open up in the Aquarian age, this wonderful golden age. Namaste.